All right, welcome back to the deep dive, everyone.
It's great to be back.
Today we're diving into something I think that a lot of our listeners are probably interested in, and
For sure.
that is how to become a chef
Absolutely.
in Australia.
It's an exciting topic, and there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, and I mean,
A lot of people, I think.
we've definitely gotten this request before.
They watch all these cooking shows, and they think,
Coolly,
oh, I could do that.
right?
But there's
Yeah.
there's a lot more to it than just what you see on TV.
Well, to help guide us through this journey, we actually
Yes, we do.
have a podcast script that we're going to be referencing.
It's called How to Become a Chef in Australia, The Ultimate Guide.
The Ultimate Guide.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
And it really lays out a structured approach
Okay.
to this entire journey.
So using that as our guide, we're going to kind of pull out the most
Yeah.
important and actionable steps and insights for anyone who is listening, who really wants to pursue this.
Right.
And make it really clear and easy to understand.
Yeah, break it down into digestible pieces
I hope
so
I
you
do.
know exactly what to do.
Okay, so I think the first thing that we need to talk about is education,
Yes, absolutely.
right? Like, this is something where you can't just kind of,
You can't just walk into a kitchen and say, I'm a chef.
right, I've watched enough Food Network to know how to do this.
Exactly.
So what does our guide tell us about kind of that first step?
Well, it really emphasizes the importance of getting qualified
Okay.
and that establishing a base of knowledge
Yeah.
and skills through formal qualifications is super important.
Okay, so there are actual qualifications you have to get.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because it is a profession.
And like any profession, there are standards.
Right, okay.
And the one that they specifically point to is the Certificate the Third in Commercial Cookery.
Okay.
It's called SIT 30821, if you want to look it up.
Oh, wow, it even has a number.
A serial number.
Exactly, it's very efficient.
So the Certificate Third in Commercial Cookery,
That's the rank.
that is the foundational qualification.
Yeah, that's where you start.
And where do people get this qualification?
So you can obtain this qualification
Right.
through TAFE,
Okay.
yeah, which is the Australian system
Okay.
of vocational colleges, or through private colleges as well.
Okay, so you have a couple of different options
Yeah.
depending on your preference
Like-
or what's available in your area.
Right. And the certificate third, it's not just about the piece of paper.
Right.
It's about what you learn.
Mm.
You're learning the foundational skills
Yeah.
of, kitchen hygiene,
Right.
basic cooking methods, kitchen organization,
That makes sense.
all the things that you need to build upon.
Yeah, because you can't be a master chef if you don't even know,
Ugly.
like, how to hold a knife properly.
Or how to, keep your station clean.
Yeah.
Those are all important.
Yeah. And the script highlights that these programs offer
Yes.
a blend of theoretical knowledge and really practical hands-on experience.
That's great.
So it's not just about reading recipes. You're actually in a commercial kitchen learning by doing...
I feel like that would be
Oh, yeah.
so important because it's one thing to read about it,
Right.
but it's another thing to actually
To be in the heat of the moment
exactly.
with orders coming in and
Yeah.
having to, work under pressure.
Okay, so if I am calling in,
Yes.
let's say from the United States,
Okay.
and I'm like, man, I really want to
I want to move to Australia.
be a chef in Australia.
We want to cook with kangaroos or whatever.
What are some of the things that I need to be thinking about that might be
That's a great question.
different?
Yeah, the script does specifically address international students,
Okay.
and it notes the absolute necessity of a student visa,
Okay.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't just
show up.
You can't just show up and say, "G'day, mate, let me in.
Right.
I want to cook."
Okay.
And this visa isn't just a formality.
Right.
It's contingent upon enrolling in a course that is registered under CRECOS.
CRECOS.
Yes, that's the Commonwealth Register of Institutions and Courses for Overseas Students.
Okay, so that's important.
So if you're listening from abroad,
Yes.
your first step is to make sure any culinary program you're considering
Okay.
has that CRECOS registration.
So make sure it's CRECOS registered.
Exactly. Okay, great.
Very important.
So we got our qualification.
Yes.
We've got our visa if we need it.
If you're coming from overseas
We are ready to...
to learn,
learn.
to get our hands dirty.
That's next.
So the script actually includes this little pro tip section.
Oh, I love a good pro tip.
I do too. They're always helpful.
Little nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah, and this one suggests that
Right.
while the Certificate 3 provides that essential foundation,
Right.
ambitious chefs might consider specializing further down the line.
So this could involve pursuing a certificate for, it's the SIT 40521.
Another serial number.
Yeah, they all have them.
Okay.
Or even a diploma in hospitality management.
Okay, so it's kind of like
Leveling up.
leveling up.
Yeah.
So you get your certificate 3, that's like your base level.
That's your base.
And then if you're really serious...
Yeah, you want to climb the culinary ladder.
Yes, you go to a certificate 3 or a diploma.
Exactly.
And the script specifically mentions that these higher level qualifications can really pave the way for leadership roles within a kitchen.
Yeah, you could become a sous chef, for example.
Okay, sous chef.
Yeah, that's the second in command.
Got it.
So it's about viewing that initial certificate 3 not as the final destination,
Right.
but rather as a solid launching pad
I love
for
that.
continued growth.
Yeah, like it's not the end.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning of your journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our education.
Yes.
We've maybe leveled up a little bit
If we're ambitious.
if we're feeling ambitious.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, the next stage
Right.
is what the script calls the immersion of apprenticeship.
Immersion of apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining...
That sounds intense.
It sounds like you're really getting in there.
You're diving in head first.
Yeah, you're getting your hands dirty.
You're getting your hands dirty. You're sweating.
You're probably getting yelled at.
You might be getting yelled at, yes.
Right.
But it's a crucial stage
Okay.
where you take that foundational knowledge from your certificate 3rd
Right.
and really put it into practice in a real working kitchen.
So this isn't just like
It's not just shadowing someone.
watching someone.
Yeah, you're not just observing.
Right,
You're
that's-
actually doing the work.
And is there a formal structure to this apprenticeship?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
In Australia,
Oh, yeah.
they have a very specific way of doing it.
Right.
It's what they call an earn while you learn aspect.
Earn while you learn. I like that.
Yeah, so you're getting paid
Okay.
while you're learning.
So it's not like an unpaid internship.
No, you're actually employed
Well-
by a restaurant or a food service establishment.
Got it.
And you receive structured on-the-job training.
Okay, so it's very hands-on.
Very hands-on.
But also, you're getting paid
Yeah, which is important.
to support yourself.
You need to eat.
Right.
You got to pay rent.
And for how long does this typically go on?
Usually about 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Wow.
But during that time,
Yeah.
you're really mastering your craft.
Yeah.
You're developing those instinctive skills
Got it.
and building that practical experience.
And who is kind of showing you the ropes during that time?
Well, the script emphasizes the importance of mentorship.
Okay.
So you're working under the guidance
Yeah.
of experienced chefs.
Right.
They're your mentors.
So these are people who've been there.
They've been there. They've done that.
They've seen it all.
Exactly.
Okay. And what are some of the specific skills that they're teaching you during that time?
So they mention things like advanced knife work.
Okay. I'm imagining that's
That's important.
pretty crucial.
You don't want to be chopping off your fingers.
Right. Or anyone else's finger. right?
Exactly. Safety first.
Safety first.
And then the art of crafting sauces.
That's a whole world.
A whole other
Yeah,
level of
Chemistry.
chemistry.
It's art.
Okay.
It's everything.
So it's not just the technical skills?
No, it's also about developing what they call kitchen grit.
Kitchen grit.
Yeah, I love that term.
Me too. It sounds tough.
It is. It's that resilience, the
Yeah.
adaptability,
Right.
the ability to thrive under pressure.
Because I would imagine that
It's a high-pressure environment.
kitchens
Yeah, orders are coming in.
can be pretty intense.
People are yelling. Things are burning.
Yeah.
You got to be able to handle it.
Okay. So the apprenticeship
The apprenticeship,
really forges you.
it forges you in the fire
Yeah.
of the kitchen. And the script doesn't kind of shy away from
No.
the fact that it is demanding.
It acknowledges that
Right. It's not
it's not all sunshine and roses.
like glamorous.
Right. You're not just going to be plating beautiful dishes.
Exactly.
You're going to be sweating. You're going to be tired.
Okay.
But it's all part of the process.
And it leads to these rewarding outcomes
exactly.
of being able
To
to
call yourself a chef
be a chef.
and to really be good at what you do.
Okay, so we've done our 3 to 4 years.
We've survived.
We've survived. We've got our kitchen grit.
We're tough.
We're tough. We're calloused.
Our hands are calloused.
What do we do next?
Well, now it's time to really start building your career.
Okay.
And the script emphasizes the importance of
yeah.
gaining a diverse range of kitchen experiences.
Okay, so don't just
Don't just stay in one place.
stay in one kitchen.
Yeah, try different things.
Right.
It could be hotels,
Okay.
fine dining restaurants,
All right.
even food trucks.
Oh, wow. So like a range.
A range of different styles.
So like casual.
Casual
What
to
am I saying?
very high end
Yeah.
and everything in between.
Why is it important to get that kind of broad experience?
Because it really expands your skill set
Okay.
and gives you different perspectives
On the industry.
on the industry, on different cuisines.
Right, because I would imagine the pace
Oh, yeah.
of like a cafe
A cafe is very different from fine dining.
is probably way different.
Yeah, much faster paced.
Yeah.
You're pumping out coffee and sandwiches.
Right.
Whereas fine dining is much more
Precise.
precise,
Yeah.
meticulous.
Okay, and each of those environments is probably going to teach you
Exactly.
something different.
Different skills, different techniques.
Okay, got it.
The script also mentions the Australian Culinary Federation,
Okay, the ACF.
the ACF, yeah.
I've heard of them.
They're a valuable networking resource.
Okay, so networking is important
Very important.
in the culinary world.
Yeah, it's a close-knit community.
Yeah.
And the ACF offers opportunities to connect with other chefs,
Right.
stay informed about industry news and developments, and even participate in competitions.
Oh, competition.
Yeah, those can be a lot of fun.
I bet.
And a great way to kind of test your skills.
Right, against other people.
Yeah, and get recognition.
Recognition.
Yeah, maybe even win some awards.
Okay, and in addition to networking,
Yeah.
the script also talks about staying informed
Yes, very important.
about culinary trends.
The culinary world is constantly evolving.
I can only imagine.
New ingredients, new techniques,
Low diet.
new diets, yeah.
People
People are always changing what they want to eat.
so you have to be on top of it.
Exactly. You can't just rely on what you learned 10 years ago.
Right, you can't just be making the same dishes
Yeah, you got to stay current.
forever.
Exactly.
Okay, and what's an example of a trend that they mentioned?
They specifically call out plant-based cuisine.
Plant-based cuisine.
Yeah, it's huge right now.
I mean, that makes sense.
People are more aware.
People are definitely more
interested in environment.
in that kind of thing.
Yeah, so chefs need to be able to cater to that
Okay.
and create delicious plant-based dishes.
So even if you're not personally
Right.
a vegetarian or vegan,
You still need to know how to cook that way.
you need to know.
Yeah, because your customers might be.
Your customers might be.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about our international chefs.
Yes.
So we've kind of covered the path
For those in Australia already.
for people who are already there.
Or wanting to start there.
Right, but what if you're an established chef
Right.
from another country
What if you've already got years of experience?
and you want to move to Australia?
Exactly.
What do you have to do?
Well, the script addresses this as well,
Okay.
and it focuses on the visa options
Okay.
for skilled international chefs.
So there are specific visas
Yeah.
for chefs.
Yes.
Okay.
And they mention the temporary skill shortage visa
Temporary skill shortage visa.
or TSS visa.
PSS visa.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm a chef from, let's say, France,
Oh, okay.
and I'm like, I want to go to Australia.
I want to bring my croissants.
I want to make croissant.
and my pastries.
Yeah, what do I need to know about this TSS visa?
Well, the key thing is you need to demonstrate your skills and experience.
Okay, so I can't just be like,
Yeah, you can't just say, I'm a chef.
I make a mean croissant.
Trust me.
Trust me, let me in.
They're going to need proof.
Okay.
So you'll need documentation
Okay.
of your qualifications.
So like my culinary school diploma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A detailed work history
Right.
showing your relevant experience.
Cool, like the restaurants I've worked at?
Yeah, the positions you've held.
Okay.
And you might even have to undergo formal skills assessments.
Skills assessment, so like
Like a test.
they actually test you.
Yeah, to make sure you can actually do what you say you can do.
Oh, wow, that's pretty intense.
It is, but it's all about ensuring
Yeah.
that the people coming in
Right.
have the skills.
That Australia needs.
Exactly. They want to make sure you can contribute.
It's not just about like letting anyone in.
No, it's about finding the right people.
Okay, so
A big way.
that's really important for our international chefs
Absolutely.
to know.
If you want to work in Australia,
Yes, you can't just show up.
you got to jump through the hoops.
You got to prove yourself.
Exactly.
All right, so let's do a little recap
Oh, let's summarize.
of what we've learned today
From this amazing script,
from this amazing script, The Ultimate Guide.
The Ultimate Guide.
What are kind of the key takeaways?
All right, so we started
Yeah.
by emphasizing the importance of formal qualifications.
Yes, the Certificate 3
Your certificate 3 in commercial cookery.
and the CRECOS registration.
Yes, for our international friends.
For our international listeners.
Very important.
Very important.
Then we talked about the apprenticeship.
That 3 to 4 year
The intense,
grueling
grueling but rewarding,
apprentice
where you build that kitchen grit.
kitchen grid. Yes.
Then we talked about the importance of diverse experience.
Working in different kitchens,
Different types of kitchens.
different types of restaurants.
Learning different skills.
Yeah.
Networking through the ACF.
ACF, staying on top of trends.
Plant-based cuisine?
Plant-based cuisine.
Very important.
And then finally, for our international chefs,
Yes.
the TSS visa.
The TSS visa.
And the need to prove your skills.
You got to show them what you got.
You got to show them what you got.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like
it's a journey.
It's a journey. It's not easy.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Right.
But if you're passionate about it.
If you're passionate.
And you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
It's definitely achievable.
It's definitely achievable.
To become a chef in Australia.
Awesome. Well, I feel like we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. We've gone from the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
To, actually working as a chef.
Yeah. So I hope this has been helpful.
I hope so, too.
For anyone listening.
Whether you're just starting out.
Just starting out.
Or you're thinking about making a change.
Or you're an international chef.
Yeah.
It's all here.
The information is out there.
In this ultimate guide.
The ultimate guide.
That we've been referencing.
It's a great resource.
So as you're listening to this and you're kind of thinking about what you've learned.
What resonated with you?
Yeah, what resonated with you?
What are you most excited about?
What are you maybe a little bit nervous about?
Or intimidated by?
Yeah.
It's all part of the process.
And as always.
Yes.
Let us know.
We love hearing from you.
What you think.
Leave us a comment.
Leave a comment.
Send us an email.
Send us an email. Let's chat.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Until next time, happy cooking.
Happy cooking, everyone.